Imagine you are Superman, Spider-Man, or Wolverine, but your superpower was turning baddies from the grocery store into your girlfriend. Daygame is defined by the English Oxford Dictionary as the art of approaching baddies during the day that otherwise would have remained strangers and performing ancient Egyptian alchemy to transform them into women that you are now sleeping with. If you're a straight man who likes beautiful women, then you have to watch this video all the way through, because today I'm giving you 8 killer tactics that you need to implement right now to 10x your Daygame results. Now let's jump into it. As you can see, I am sitting in the blazing sun right now. If you guys ever approach a woman in the blazing sun and you can see her doing the thing where she's covering her eyes to talk to you, you can just see her fair skin is just melting in the hot heat. It is on you to lead and for you to look for some shade and say, hey, you know what? Let's step over here for a second. Same thing goes if you guys are on a sidewalk and there's a whole bunch of people just running in and out, running around you guys. It is on you to, in that moment, say, hey, you know what? Let's step over here for a second. And now you've demonstrated that you're in control and that you're able to create a much more positive experience for her. And she's now going to associate you with that positive experience, and she's actually going to text you back. Women want men who solve problems, and you're already demonstrating right there in that first moment that you are a man that will solve her problems. Now you're gonna have the opportunity to do a lot of approaches where the girl is already sitting down. What I need you to do is start out by standing up as you do the approach, and then in just a few seconds, I want you to just look at her, almost cut yourself off and go, you mind if I sit real quick? And start to lean towards it, and she'll just be like, yeah, sure. And then you wanna sit with her to be at her level. I see way too many guys hovering over a woman. She has to be looking up at you. You're looking down at her. It can be very intimidating, especially if your vibe isn't 100% top G shit yet like you want it to be. Now, I love wearing sunglasses when I go out to Daygame just as much as the next guy, but you will never catch me dead approaching with the sunglasses on. Now, what I want you to do is, as you're approaching a woman, I want you to take the sunglasses off. Excuse me, hey, sorry, I saw you come in and you are just the hottest piece of ass I've ever seen on this side of Austin. So, the eyes are the gateway to the soul.
The eyes, chico. They never lie.
So if I'm doing a video like this and I put the sunglasses on to talk to you guys, it's fine because you already know me. But when you're trying to establish that connection with the woman, it can often actually be a bit intimidating for her when you're wearing the sunglasses and she can't see into the soul. So again, just never approach with the sunglasses on. Now, the next thing I want you guys implementing in your Daygame is volume matching. So let's say that you approach a woman in a store, for example, and there's gonna be people on the next aisle and on that same aisle. I don't want you guys forcing this woman to publicly speak. So you want to match the volume of the environment. So just because I have the confidence to go up to her in a Target and go, hey, excuse me, I saw you here and you are just incredibly attractive. No, I'm gonna keep my voice down. Hey, excuse me, hey, sorry, I saw you here and I just thought you were incredibly attractive. I just wanted to come say hi. So you wanna make sure that you are matching the volume of the environment, and that's going to make her 10 times more comfortable. Now, the same thing goes for trains, subways. You want to keep that voice real low so that way it can just be you and her having that conversation. Now, a lot of guys think that talking quietly is going to come off as having low confidence, but it's not, as long as you still maintain your intonation and your confident vibe. Now, a method I like to use to make our first date feel like our second date is instant dating in that initial interaction. A lot of guys think to take a woman on an instant date, you have to go full-blown to a restaurant or a coffee shop or a bar, but that's not always the case. If you look over my shoulder here, you'll actually see that there's some shaded rocks here. If I had an interaction right here and started to go well for 2 to 3 minutes, she tells me that she's just out shopping for the day. What I would do is I would actually point over to the stones and I would say, you know what? Come here and just sit with me for a second. Then we get to sit there and really get to know each other even more, thus solidifying the odds that she's actually going to hit me up when I reach out. And again, our first date will feel like our second date. Now, many of you are very into meditation, and for that reason, you take great pride in being a very stoic and soft-spoken man. But the problem is that most of you are actually just coming off as being incredibly introverted, not fun, and very boring. You think you're speaking slow because you're stoic, but really, she just thinks you're friendly vibes win every time. Approach with a smile, speak as though your words have meaning to them, be an engaging speaker, stop trying to be so stoic. Most most men who are trying to come off as stoic are really just coming off as introverted and shy. 99.9% of you guys actually need to come off as way more outgoing, way friendlier, open with a smile. Keep that smile while you talk. You guys need to really start stepping up your fashion. I want you to imagine that you're trying to sell a high-performing car, but it doesn't look great. Versus you try to sell that same high-performing car, but now it looks awesome. Literally, it'll only take you about 20 minutes to do some serious research using ChatGPT as well as Pinterest, figure out what looks good, and your results are going to 10x. And lucky for you, you can actually click down below or on this video here, and you can watch one of the recent videos we just posted where I actually took my assistant to a thrift store and I upgraded his entire drip for under $100. There's a lot of discussion and pickup and self-development about how I love to talk about big ideas. I don't have time for small talk. I want you guys to start getting really good at small talk. There's books on this. I have videos on this. When you see two people at work, for example, starting to really bond and get to know each other, they're just talking about the area, the weather, things they like to do. It's all small talk. You might have watched a lot of my videos and think everything needs to be really exciting and fun and engaging. It doesn't. The conversation that you're having with this woman is just a vehicle for you guys to develop connection, and plenty of connection can be formed through small talk. And now you can take the blue pill and watch the fashion video that I told you guys about, or you can take the red pill and watch this video here.